Hi, I'm Bryce, and I live at the Jesus Burgers house right now. I've been going to Isla Vista Church for a number of years. But yeah, so tell you guys a cool story that it started last year, but it's still continuing, and I just found out some more cool stuff about it this last week. So last year I was at the sign. We have this sign across the street from the Jesus Burgers house, and it says free blessings on it. So popular, people love it. People love blessings, so we get all sorts of people coming up to us. So this one week, I had a guy come up. He came up to us, and so we prayed for him and did some other things and told him about what God thinks of him, and he loved it. He loved it. And he said he was a Christian, but he was still stuck in like the party lifestyle. So we were just talked with him some more, and then he ended up going on his way. And so then the next week, I'm standing at the sign, and I felt like God said that the next person that comes up to me was going to have headache issues or some type of migraine issues. So then the first person that comes up to me is that guy, and so I start talking to him, and then I ask him, and I tell him that same thing. It's like, hey, God said that somebody was going to have headache issues, and you're the first person that came up to me. Do you have any issues like that? Kind of nervous, and then he says, it's like, yeah, I used to get really bad migraines, and I still do a little bit. So I'm like, all right, well, let's get that thing healed up. So like, lay hands on him for that to be healed, and now he didn't have any migraines at the time, so couldn't tell if anything was if he got healed right away. But after that, I talked with him some more, and then started inviting him to church. And then so he would come to church like every week, and then we would meet up and we would talk about Jesus, and he was like going like on the right path. And then as I would meet up with him, he would tell me like he hadn't had any migraines, he hadn't had any headaches. So like he was healed and he was going to church. But then he ended up leaving for the summer. I didn't hear back from him. And he was still kind of involved in that same party lifestyle. But this year, I just talked to him like last week, and now he lives across the street from two families that are both like pastors of this church, that live in community houses. And he was asking about like, are there like events that go on at that house? And then he was saying how his roommate wants to come to church, and so he's gonna bring him to church on next Sunday when he comes. So he's like bringing people in, like he's changing. God is doing something in this guy's life, and this is a normal thing that God does. He heals people and he changes their lives.